Good morning. It's actually time to go to Malindi. I just woke up. I remember yesterday I was just like, no, I'm just gonna wake up and I start my journey to Malindi. So I took the bus. It was actually 350 bob from Mombasa to Malindi. And even although at first they wanted 500, I had to bargain. You understand? So I took the bus and here I am, guys, going to Malindi. So I was actually passing the way. I saw this place called Vipingo. There's actually a lot of seafood farm. And Kilifi County, it was so amazing when I was actually passing by to Malindi. I arrived to Malindi and it's actually time to take the tuk-tuk because the tuk-tuk is only the thing that you can have. The next morning I woke up and I went to see the sunrise because it was actually near the beach. And I decided, let me go and do what? And have a walk at the park. This place called Mekatilili. We used to learn it when we were in school, the Mekatilili Wamezi. It's actually a park, but opposite side, actually they have the museum, guys. So yeah. And when it comes to Malindi, they are building, they are so they are old. Sitting here, relaxing so that I can continue walking because the sun is shining, guys. And as you can see the place, and there is a museum. You know, this is actually downtown in Malindi, guys. Mekatilili Wameza. So guys, this is Malindi, and this one is actually the Malindi Museum, guys. This is Malindi Museum. And the other side of the park is actually Mekatilili Wameza. I do remember when I used to be in school, guys. I think we're gonna go inside and ask how much did they do. So guys, we are going inside the Malindi Museum, and the charges actually is 100. Let me say 150 because 150 plus the e-citizen. So yeah. Oh, the river between. This is actually the book we used to read it when we were actually in high school. This is actually the same book, another book in Swahili we used to read when we were in school. Aminata, Kigogo, these are actually the books, the sets. When you're actually in high school, these are the books that we used to read. Yeah. Okay, the wall. This is all about the museum. So I remember in school time, we used to read all these authors. Oh my God, if you remember this book, and you remember the song of, okay, I didn't read this one. I read the Aminata, all this. This is how we used to while in school. So all this, they're actually the utensils used at the kitchen, as you can see, the traditional one. And these ones are the things they use in the kitchen, traditional noodle maker. As you can see, the other one there is for making noodles for traditional ways. And this one's they're plates, and the other one they're plate, and this one is for container for serving food. This one, and this one's too, as you can see, this is the iron blend, the one that they use to sharpen the knife. This one is the driller, and this one is the stool. As you can see, all this, they are actual things they use those days. And this is the boat, and this is the shoes they used to wear those days during ceremonies and all these stuffs. This is for the music and entertainment. That one is actually guitar. This one is the flute. The smaller one is the flute, and this one is the horn, the one that they used to blow it, and it's gonna bring the sound out. This is the kitchen wares, as you can see. That one is how we used to grind the coconut, and the coconut come out like this white. This is the coblet. It's called the coblet. We call it in Swahili bungu ama boni. That one is the pot. and that stick long is used to fetch water from the pot or maybe from the bigger containers. As you can see, the woman there, she's sitting trying to make some coconut. So over here we have the pot, and here in Malindi is all about the Taitas, the Mijikenda, the Giriamas. So yeah, as you can check the map. And here, this is actually the antaya, the ornaments they used to wear in the ceremony or maybe even these other days. As you can see here, it's all about domestic objects. This is how we used to cook. We use the pots. This is the thing that we use to keep the milk, and the milk comes out, the bitter milk. And this is it, another one, and another one here too, and this one. And here is how we used to do our beehives, the honey. So this is how the beehives looks like, and here is where they store the honey too. Yeah, wooden hoe. It called this one. It called the container for harvesting honey. This. And this one is actually the stick for digging, how they used to farm their lands. And over here is how they used to carry their maybe the vegetable when they're coming from the market. And cassava, it calls manga. Yeah, this is actually the traditional way. And the bags, this is actually the food stuff. And this one, their spears they use for defense those days. And this one's their drums. As you can see, their drums. This is how they used to sleep those days. I can imagine how it feels. It's actually the skin of the cow, or maybe I don't know which animal. And this is how they used to make their houses those days. Nyumba za madawida. Okay, so yeah, this is how it looks like. And these are the plates, the small serving bowls. These are the plates, the traditional ones, and the serving spoons too. As you can see over here, we do have how they used to carry their bags. They used to carry the skin. They will make the skin into a bag, very nice one. And all this, they are for boiling herbs. So if you are sick, they will use that pot to make you some medicine, things like that. And this is the drum for entertainment, for dancing. And these are the stool, sorry. And this one is the bag and the ornament too. That's nice. And as you can see, this stone, this is how they used to grind the food. They will put some grains on this one, the downer one, and they use the upper one to grind it. Actually, as you can see, they are big. As you can see downside, we have some powder. So we will grind it until it gets soft. And this one too is actually the container used for elders. Oh my God, this is nice. And yeah, all this is actually the things they used those days. As you can see here, the father is trying to help his son to teach him how to do what? Stone piece. Okay, I think this is just showing the boy how to, the carpenter, something like that. This is the antaya they used to wear. This is how they used to look like those days. That's nice. So the elders, the men, how they used to look like before. They used to use like that bag. As you can see the bag there. They used to carry it, the horns, the stool, and some feathers. As you can see, this is actually the tail cow. Okay, the stick when someone is older. Well, and this is all about how to make the milk, how to, divine spirit, punga la pepo. So I think this one is how they use to chase away the demons. I don't know, the witches. So something like that. If I can read that probably on the wall. But it's the healthiest one. And this is something they use to play, as you can see, for the entertainment. As you can see, the drums and the horns they use for entertainment. That's nice. It's all about the Swahili people. It's all about the coastal people, the Taita. When you come here, you have to learn about the Taita, Mijikenda, all those languages that comes across the coastal region. So yeah, so that's actually the mukeka. We call it mukeka, the mat. Nowadays we call them the carpets, but this one is actually the traditional carpets. But it's made of the plum leaves. This is how the Mijikenda, there's a language here in Kenya, in Mombasa, calls Mijikenda. So this is how they used to build their homes. As you can see on the wall, how it looks like after it's made. This is how it looks like. Yeah, oh my God. But nowadays they have upgraded. Well, this is the life in the Kaya. This is how the Kaya region looks like those days. So if you have ever read this Kidagaa Kimemwozea, What Does a Man Want? Oh my God, Mdoni, Damu Nyeusi, all these books, The Men from Pretoria. Okay, I've never read that one. Okay, The Leadership, Civil Society and Democratic, The Trial of Dedan Kimathi. I've read this book. So here, down here is all about the books we used to read when we were in high school, the set books. We call the set books in Swahili and English. And guys, these are the pots they used to store water. As you can see, nowadays we have fridge, but those days we use these pots to store water, and the water will come out very cold, very, very cold. Yeah, that's how it looks like. So when you come to Malindi Museum, they wrote here free, help yourself to a book. I think I'm gonna carry one book. So yeah. So I was actually reading here. Okay guys, they gave me a book, a free book and a free CD, guys, and I'm gonna read these novels for free. So yeah guys, meanwhile there is this all about Muslims. What is the Muslims, and this one, who is the Muhammad, and the Quran. So I was actually reading all these charts, and I was like, there's no difference between Muslim and Christians, but it's all about what you believe and what you want someone to put in your head, things like that. As long as you're happy, everybody is happy. So yeah, we all respect all the religions, no matter what. But if you read all these charts when you come here, you're gonna understand all about Muslims and all this. So guys, yeah. So guys, the downtown of Malindi, like their building, you will think it's actually like Zanzibar, because Malindi was formed from this person from Zanzibar. So when you are actually in Malindi, it's just the same way as you are in actually Zanzibar. Zanzibar is actually an island from Tanzania, so it's just a look-alike of Malindi, but Zanzibar is more older buildings than Malindi, and everything here in Malindi is so cheap. Even the houses, they are way cheaper than Mombasa. So in here is actually Malindi market for tourists. Is actually after Mekatilili, the next stop is actually the Malindi tourist market, whereby you can find everything about handmade from Kenyan traders, the bags, the shoes, like everything that you love. So welcome. Each time you're coming here, make sure you pass here. And actually they do have the gym at the park, the gym at the beach, and you have to pay 250 bob to be inside here, and the place is amazing. When this park is actually public and everything on, and they do have the church, the Portugal church. I wanted to go in, but it was closed. The same ticket you use at the museum is the same ticket you're gonna use to come inside this church, but it's a little bit a smaller one, and the same ticket you use at the museum, you still use it at the Vasco da Gama pillar.
Here at
all these things we used to learn it when you're actually in school, and I so lucky to see them now when I'm grown, because we used to study them those days on geography. So I'm actually in here at Vasco da Gama Pillar. It's actually the Portuguese things, and they gave me a free book from the museum, guys. So yeah, I wanna look around and I see how it looks like inside here. I went at the church and the church was closed. I'm gonna show you guys the video, but the church is a little bit small. The church is actually a Portuguese church, the chapel. I think the Portuguese those days used to go to that church, so nowadays just like it's like a museum. It's like just a small, just like a house that is there, they doesn't use anymore, just for sighting and seeing it through it. So yeah, so meanwhile here I am, and the Vasco da Gama is actually even direct to the beach. I don't know where am I going. It's actually the Vasco da Gama pillar. It's just the pillar, that pillar that we actually seen in front of us, and it's actually on the view of the sea and the ocean. Let me say the ocean. There's no water today. India actually, it's pretty amazing. So when you are on here, you can still see the boats. I think when they see the ocean, it's gonna come like this, the water later, but now there's no water. So this is actually the pillar. Yeah, we're just gonna look at it and enjoy the view. So this is actually the face of Malindi. So this is actually the Vasco da Gama pillar. We used to read it when we were actually in school. I don't even know what does that mean. I used to just sit. I don't even ask. I don't like asking. And as long as I'm just gonna sit, I don't wanna know more about it. But the place is nice. But if you ever come at the Vasco da Gama pillar, make sure you come during evening, whereby there's a lot of water at the ocean, so that whenever you're gonna sit there, you're gonna see the waves coming up and down. It's actually a very beautiful view. So make sure you come in Malindi to see that. So guys, another day I decided let me go to the beach, just walk and relax, because I haven't had that time. So here in Malindi, because I already swim a lot. Actually the water is a little bit clear, and it doesn't have a lot of dust, especially when it is in Mombasa. It's kind of a bit different in here. And yeah, actually now there's no water. Today is actually my last day here in Malindi, as we are heading to Watamu. So yeah, I'm actually strolling as I'm going outside, so that we're gonna take the bus and we'll go another place. Yeah, but Malindi is a little bit nice. Yeah, it's a little bit nice and quiet, and it's actually affordable. I was so surprised. The houses here, they are way cheaper than Mombasa, way cheaper. And I was like, wow. But it's actually the older building, more old buildings. Look at this, babe. So I was actually passing at the beach the next day, and this billionaire resort, I used to see celebrity take the photos, but I never know that it actually exists here in Malindi, because they will take a photo but they never tell you where it's located. So it's actually located in Malindi near Marine Park Wildlife. So yeah, actually for billionaires, the name itself can just make you stand aside, but they always say try new things every day. Well, they always say trying things no matter what, we only live once. So guys, I was actually here in Malindi for 2 days and a half. I wanted to finish the third day, but I was so hurried to go to Watamu, because I could have not to wait to go and see the sunset. There's a place here in Malindi called Hell's Chicken, whereby you can see the sunset, and the place is very hot, guys. But I will make sure I go back to Malindi before I go to Nairobi. That one I'm for sure, guys. I have to bring that video for you. Since I was actually at the beach in the morning playing around, I'm still active. I'm still my mama's baby. Yeah. So I was actually playing around after dancing the sunrise. This is where I was actually seeing the sunrise in the morning, and I'm actually getting darker. I was not even seeing myself in the camera. I'm getting darker with my skin, and I'm wearing dark, guys. Anyway, this is where I was actually staying. I'm gonna show you guys the video. I was actually at the museum. No, I took the picture, the peak. It called the pillar. Was gonna come a pillar. I'm always alone, so sometimes so hard to take pictures. But sometimes when you get someone there, he or she's gonna take you the picture. I decided to take the picture at the Billionaire Resort because we have to try new things no matter what. So guys, bye.